Hey guys, Thomas and Zoe here. Now you're probably wondering what the heck are we doing right here in the middle of Pittsburgh? Now Zoe, what are we doing here?
Well, we're in a very special place because right here,
right there,
this is called the Muriel Street Apartments, and this is where the 9 University brand journey, everything began.
So guys, we're about to tell you the history of 9 University and how we became who we are today. Now, we're here at Kel's apartment like we said, but what we want to do is just take you on a little trip, a little journey through Pittsburgh, around different places that where we have been, where what has changed our business, things that have come about to where we have been able to move up, okay? Now, you see this, we're in like an alleyway, right? Like we're literally not in the best places in Pittsburgh, okay? But we're just being honest, like this is where it started. It's not something that came from a lot of money pouring in. Like we actually built this business up to what it is today. So, now we're gonna show you Kel's room. We're gonna touch his window.
Okay. I don't know if I could jump that high. We're gonna try.
We're gonna try.
You're gonna watch me try and get to the top. All right, and this is where Kale lived. Oh, that was close.
Now guys, we can't actually like just go into his room because that'd be weird because he doesn't live here anymore and there's someone else living here.
Yes.
But Zoe used to live here with Kel.
We were apartment neighbors.
They were neighbors, guys. And so you've known Kel for a while. Like you've basically lived with him.
I saw this whole thing happen.
The whole thing started.
I thought he was a psycho.
And I'm Taylor's younger brother, so I've basically known him. Well, I have known him my whole life.
We've basically been brothers.
And so I do think that we're great people to be able to tell this story about 9 University. I've been working here for over 2 years now. You've been here for over a year almost. Yep. And now, so guys, that's the thing, is that we are employees. We have been here since the beginning of how this company has been built. And so we want to take you on a journey of what actually has happened, okay? Now, we're not going to lie. We're going to be very transparent about our company.
We just showed you the real apartment.
We're literally at his apartment. It's super weird. So don't come here, guys. It's Muriel Street in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Unless you want to get a 300 square foot studio box apartment.
They are for rent if you do want a 300 square foot apartment.
Dorm style living. What more could you want as an adult?
But guys, it seriously is. Like seriously, it's something to where Kel was starting from nothing and he wanted to build something that he could remember for the rest of his life, that he could leave for his family, that he could help people like you and I that are friends, that like Taylor, he was able to build, like join him to build this business.
Well, don't get ahead of it. We'll tell Taylor's story.
Yeah, no, we'll get Taylor's story. We'll get a story. But yeah, guys, this is it. We're gonna keep going on. There's a lot of places in Pittsburgh that we're able to go to. So we're gonna get there.
Now this is actually how Kale decided to get to work every single day to save gas money and parking expenses, because he would work in the city. So he would take an electric scooter similar to this hoverboard and ride his way downtown across the bridge to be able to try and make enough money to barely scrape by. Not only for him, but also for his girlfriend at the time. Turned fiance, turned wife, as you know, but how can you afford a ring if you have to pay for your car? You know, fair points. So now you're probably like, okay, you didn't really tell us much about what this actually looked like. Okay, well, as Kale's apartment neighbor in 2017, I saw this dude bring in hundreds of boxes. Thank you for holding this so perfectly, Thomas. Hundreds of boxes into this 300 square foot studio space. Honestly, it looked like it was its own little Amazon warehouse in there. And I just kept thinking to myself, this is nuts. There's no way this stupid idea of his is ever going to work.
Yeah, and so when I was still in North Carolina whenever Taylor told me about them starting the Amazon business. And I think it's actually interesting because the way that Taylor came about it wasn't that he was like starting a new business. He was just like trying something out. He was helping a friend, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But as soon as like he started actually diving into the data and actually building into an Amazon FBA business, he loved it. It was like an addiction thing. You sort of got like this different feeling from Taylor. He had more like a different energy in him. He was able to start doing something on his own, not for someone else, not for anyone else. He was working with someone to complete a task, and that task was to build an Amazon business.
Yeah, and I think that's what's such an interesting point about this, is that knowing these two personally, we kept asking them questions like, wait, you're still doing this? You still actually believe in it? I mean, you've probably heard the story about how they lost $50,000 selling the wrong products before they found a method to find the right ones. Yep. Everything was against them. The odds were completely stacked against them. And so what blows my mind as an onlooker to the situation is how they just refused to give up. Yep. There was something that they just refused, and they knew that they knew that they knew that they were gonna make it work.
Yep, and guys, the craziest thing is, yes, they did make mistakes. Yes, they took a lot of risk.
Of course.
But what we have done is build off of those mistakes. Like we want to be able to make sure that people don't make the same mistakes that we did. Like that's literally what we're trying to do
Yeah.
We're trying to help people build a business the correct way.
Yeah, in fact, we have this principle called fail fast or fail forward, because the faster that you fail, the quicker that you learn. And that is proven to be true time and time again within 9 University.
Yep. So guys, we're about to drive you to our first office ever of 9 University. I work there personally. Zoe wasn't with us yet when we were working there, but it was
still
literally
doubted the whole thing by this point.
It was literally a basement of like a deli area, and literally water was dripping onto the floors. I'll even put a picture up right here of literally water just on the floors down there.
Sounds exciting.
It was very exciting. The floors were literally falling in. It was crazy, but guys, we're literally saying that we didn't start from much. We really didn't. We started from the bottom, and now we're here.
Cue Drake song.
Let's go.
So, Thomas.
Yo.
Let's talk more about Taylor. Taylor was a computer sales guy.
Yep.
But what was his dream?
So Taylor actually went to college for business, right? But his focus or whatever, his concentration was entrepreneurship.
Got it.
So he was always the kind of guy that wanted to do something on his own. That he would literally. I remember him having a stack of iPods when iPods were big that he would flip on eBay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he would do that forever. We would both go to Goodwill when we were younger and flip shoes or flip whatever kind of nice clothes we could find or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so I mean, Taylor's mindset on business is that the more you put in, the more you get out. Mm-hmm. And that's why he has spent his countless hours building this company with Kel. I mean, they both spend so much time building this business. And that's why they've had to hire 150 more employees to help them out, because this is a huge thing. This isn't just Kel and Taylor anymore. No. This is everyone. This is people building businesses together and doing it the correct way. Because, I mean, there are a lot of people out there that, yes, you can call them gurus, you can call them whatever you want, but they don't have a community of employees, of people, thousands of people working together to create a business. So that just doesn't happen, right? Yeah. And so Taylor's aspect is he wants to create something that not only he can do, he wants to create something that anyone that has the mindset and the power and willingness to do something, to create a business, that's what he wants to do, is to help people in that kind of area. Yeah.
So before he came on and joined Kale, maybe we should just ask him. We could interview him. We could ask him this question, but because I want to know, what was it that made him be like, okay, yeah, I want to do this. I believe in this, because I think the belief portion is very important for people to be able to understand why now 3-4 years later we still think this is going nowhere but up, and we still truly believe at 9 University that Amazon FBA is one of the best vehicles to get someone from where they are to where they want to be, whether it's financially, time freedom, so many. Whoa, careful!
I didn't say it. Road rage. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
These streets in Pittsburgh are a little bit crazy.
They're a little bit crazy.
So Thomas,
what's up?
What did you think whenever Taylor started this as the younger brother before obviously you joined the team?
Yeah, so I was living down in North Carolina, like I said earlier, and Taylor, I mean, we wouldn't talk all the time, right? We were just brothers that were in their 20s that we were just working on our own lives, living in different states, so we didn't just talk constantly, right? Mm-hmm. But I would hear from my mom and dad, and they would say that Taylor's getting into this new thing. They didn't understand it. They had no idea what was happening, but Taylor started this new thing. And so I actually called Taylor up one day, and I just wanted to talk to him about it, right? And literally that day, Taylor was like, I need your help. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I want you to help me with the business, right now. And I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't know what it is. He was like, I want you to go look for products on Amazon for Kel and myself to sell. I was like, so you're selling stuff on Amazon? He was like, well, duh. And Taylor has a pretty smart ass attitude sometimes, and that's how he acts. And it's cool, it's funny. But he was like, yeah, that's what we're doing. And so he literally paid me $5 to go find products on Amazon. That's literally what he did. And it was cool. I was able to help him start. Literally, I was helping Kel and Taylor in the humble beginnings of them building this business. Yeah. That I was giving them products that they could put up on Amazon to sell.
Because at that point, what you were doing was helping them create all of the data that they needed to find what ended up being the 7 and 7 rule, which we unpack in detail in a lot of other videos.
Yeah, guys, a lot of the products that I found on Amazon, they weren't good products. They literally just told me to go out there and look for products that I would buy on Amazon. That's literally what he told me.
That's
he was
the easiest job ever.
Yep. And I got paid $5 per one, and they're like, they just kept giving them to me, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And so when I moved up to Pittsburgh, I was in a very not in the best of spots while I was in North Carolina, and so Taylor said move to Pittsburgh, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And so I came up here knowing a little bit about the business, not much, just the process of it and what's happening.
Because that's a really important point that you make. Taylor believes in people. Yep. And when he sees something, he sees it in people sometimes before they even see it in themselves. And I think you're a perfect example of that. Where are we going?
We're sneaking into the old office.
This is where it was? Yeah. This is so sketchy looking.
There's literally a deli that's above this. I thought that was water there.
Floors need some cleaning. Okay.
So this is
Muay
where it
Thai?
was. It was in there. It was now a gym.
Oh.
So literally our old office is now a gym for Muay Thai. Do you know Muay Thai, Zoe?
I do.
Yeah?
I'm not good at it.
Can you give us a move real quick? Just
I mean, it's just
Muay Thai
it's just
it
a
up.
form of.
Muay Thai.
It's a lot of movement.
Oh.
Okay, so first off, this is where the office was.
Right there.
And was this in 2017?
2017. Yep.
Okay.
We got this in the middle of the end of 2017, and then we moved out in the middle of 2018, and we moved to the new office that we're in now.
Okay, so Kale was at this point still working what he considers his dead-end job at a university.
Yep.
And Taylor was.
He was still working for a computer company selling computers. So that's what Taylor was doing. He was literally traveling around New York and Pennsylvania and a bunch of different states around here selling computers. So
he would do that. They both do their jobs during
Yep.
the day, and every
and then they
single
would
night.
end up here every single night or early in the morning. We would all show up and they would just start filming. Is literally what they would do. They would start filming. They would look at their Amazon business. They would see what is happening, if they needed to change PPC or if they needed to do different keywords, whatever it is, guys. They were making sure that they were putting in the work after they got done with their 9 to 5. Because, I mean, Taylor was married, right? Kel wasn't married yet, but in the process of all this, Kel got married. And so they had a family to take care of, right? They had bills, they had things that they needed to take care of. And so they needed a different source of income. And so that's why they started 9 University after they built their Amazon FBA businesses. It was because, yes, Amazon is great and we love doing Amazon. We still build our Amazon businesses today. Yeah. But Kel and Taylor still, they think of new ideas constantly. I mean,
you can't hold them down.
No, you literally can't, guys. Working at 9 University, there are different things popping up constantly.
Every single day.
It's really hard to keep up with it.
It's a company of pivots.
Yeah, it's a lot of pivots. But like seriously, guys, this is where it started. Inside of a Muay Thai gym.
And this is where some of the first YouTube videos on the channel were made, right?
Yeah, guys, if you literally scroll to the bottom of our YouTube channel, the videos were filmed in here on that black background with different weird colors or white background or whatever it is.
And you can tell because Taylor doesn't have long hair and he's wearing a hat at that time.
He didn't have the man bun. See, that's a branding thing. The man bun came with 9 University. So
Great.
It's really cool.
Oh, we're so blessed by that.
But guys, another company of ours started here. Honey Badger Boost was created in this building right here. Honey Badger Boost is our listing optimization and photography business. Now they do videography as well for product videos, so that's really cool. But a lot of stuff happened in this building, I would say, like a lot of memories. And I do think that, yeah, it's not the typical place for a business to start. Yeah. But I don't think that Kel and Taylor would take back working here.
No.
Because it's like humble beginnings, you know?
And that's where the vision came alive. You know, it makes me think of that Hamilton song. The room where it happened, the room where it happened. I'm gonna stop.
But seriously, guys, I think it's really cool that we're able to show you this kind of stuff. I know we can't go in. It's like dark in there and you can't see how big it is, but it's literally the size of this hallway. So you would basically go from like down here and you would go all the way down to that end of the corner down there. And that's how big it was. And it's literally an open room. There's no walls, there's no anything. It's literally just it feels like you're in a storage room.
Dungeon.
Basically a dungeon with the floors falling in and water leaking everywhere. But
always an adventure.
Yep. Guys, this is where it is at. And now we're gonna keep on going and show you some more stuff.
Let's go.
Sure, yeah, guys, I have a degree in horticulture, like plants. I worked in greenhouses. I don't have anything.
You're a botanist.
Yes, a botanist. I don't have any kind of like software background. I don't have any data analytics background. I don't have any of that. Like I literally went to school for plants.
Yeah.
And Taylor was like, we need help. And like, yeah, I'm his brother, guys, but there are some brothers and sisters out there that wouldn't want their brother and sister to help them build a business. Yeah. There are a lot of people out there like that. So he did believe in me. And obviously it's worked out. I've worked here for over 2.5 years now. I have a lot of positions. I've been through a lot of positions at 9 University. I've almost done every single position at 9 University. And it's just been a fun time. I love seeing the growth. It's really cool. Like being through these past 2.5 years of seeing how much 9 University has grown. And not just 9 University, like it's how much Taylor and Kel have grown. Like they have grown as people, they've grown as husbands. Taylor's now a father. Like they have changed as people, and it's because what they're doing is helping other people. Like we have helped hundreds of people start and build a business on Amazon and be very successful, if not thousands. Like, and it's just a cool thing to be a part of.
And you know, two things I want to add on to that is the fact that whenever Kale and Taylor started 9 University, they didn't start it from the standpoint of like, oh my gosh, here's an opportunity to like make tons of money. They actually had so many people asking them questions about what they were doing because people would see their success in certain Facebook groups and stuff like that they realized, oh my gosh, like we have the opportunity to actually help people and show them exactly what we did to help them leverage that same opportunity for success, which I think is so cool.
I want to say something real quick to the channel. Now, guys, I want you to just imagine this, okay? My brother and his business partner have created something to where For one, they were able to give a family member a job, aka me, right? They were also able to give almost a dozen other people that are friends of theirs and friends of mine jobs. They've been able to move their parents. They've been able to do different things to where it's not just Kel and Taylor that are benefiting from 9 University.
Right.
Like we said earlier, they have over 150 employees keeping this thing running.
Yeah.
And like, that's 150 people putting food on their table.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not counting any of our students. That's not counting anyone we've helped build their business.
Yeah.
Like, none of them. And it's just, I want people to just realize that it's not just 2 people behind a desk trying to rack in as much money as possible. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
What it is trying to help other people build whatever they can to make them the person that they're supposed to be.
I mean, if it was just the 2 of them and their goal was anything but that, it wouldn't have survived.
True. It's very true.
So, I mean, I think that's the coolest thing is that passionate people build passionate people. So, like, that's what I fully believe. So, whenever you have a conversation with them, I don't see how you could walk away anything less than excited and fired up to just go after whatever it is in life that you have your eyes focused on. And I know like similar to that, like they believed in me and saw things in me that I didn't necessarily see in myself because I never tried it. But they are so much about try it. If you fail, then we pivot from there. And like that's such a great example for us, not only as employees but of friends of theirs, to just take risks.
Yep.
Like you're not gonna go anywhere in life if you don't take any risks.
Yep, guys, we have this thing here at 9 University, right? And I think a lot of people should implement this into their business to where if something doesn't work for 48 hours, we change it. I've said this multiple times. You might not have heard it here on YouTube on the channel. But seriously, if nothing good happens, like things may stay the same or things may get worse, but if nothing good happens within 48 hours, we do our very best to change whatever we did before to try and make it better.
Yeah.
Now that's just like a thing that you can do with life. That's just not like a business idea. Like that's some things that if you're trying something new, guys, and maybe it may not be 48 hours, like give yourself like maybe a week or 2 or something like that. If you are trying out something new, but seriously, like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, like with expecting something to change.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, guys. You have to do something for something to change. So why not do it?
Okay, so now we're back at our studio. This is Thomas and my studio.
Woo!
This is obviously we're in the office we're at now, which is much bigger, much more spacious. On the 9th floor of our building.
Yep.
It's the 9 fam.
9.
You weren't
Took
sure
me-
about
that took
that.
me a
You
second.
were looking. You know, so I have a fun fact about Taylor.
I like fun facts.
Well, this will be a good one because
Good one.
one of the first times I met Taylor, we were in this like young adult group. This was whenever they moved, just 2016.
2016.
Yeah. So he said to a group of people, he's like, my goal is to be a millionaire within the next 7 years. And at first I was like, oh, great, you're one of those people. Like, I'm going to be a millionaire. But then it was what he said next that stood out to me. And I still remember that he said it to this day because he said, because my goal is to give X percentage away. And that's why he did it. He was all about like, I want to have money to be able to give it to certain causes and people and things that I believe in. And I love that because that honestly parallels the heartbeat of 9 University. Like even this channel, we just want to give you value.
Yep.
Like
7 days a week, baby.
that's right.
7 days a week. That's what we're doing on this 9 University channel. But seriously, guys, that is exactly the mindset that Taylor has. I mean, if you go back like a couple weeks ago, there's a video that we were able to give our dad a car, which was amazing. It was his dream car.
Yeah.
It was great to be able to do that, and Taylor wouldn't have been able to do that without building 9 University to what it is today.
Come on.
And so it's really cool that that kind of stuff has happened, and Kel's been able to do things for his family, like his sister and both of his parents could be moving to Pittsburgh. They don't exactly know yet, but they could be here. And so a lot of different things are happening, guys, and it's just really cool to be a part of it. But we're back here in the office, like Zoe said, and we just wanted to give you just a little rundown of 9 University. Now, I know we didn't get into like the super nitty gritty of who we are and what we do, but guys, we have built a platform for an army of entrepreneurs to go out there and start businesses. Like that is what we have done, and that's what we've created. And we're not stopping. Like we are never going to stop starting businesses. We're never going to stop helping people start businesses because we have seen the result. We have seen the result from thousands of other people being able to see like how they're doing and they're able to start this stuff because a lot of people don't even realize that they have the opportunity to even start something like a business. So that's why we're here, guys. We're here to help you. That's what 9 University is here. And guys, seriously, I know we talked about Kel and Taylor in this video, but we wanted to give you the history of 9 University because it is not just Kel and Taylor.
No
it's
way.
not. We have 150 employees, like we've said multiple times in this video that keep this engine going, okay? Yeah. Go subscribe to our channel. It's like up there, one of the side channels. But go subscribe to us, give us some likes, whatever it is, comment on our community channel or tab or whatever it is, and we would greatly appreciate it. You got any last words for the people, Zoe?
I just want to bring it in real close because we're family. First off, welcome to the 9 fam is what we call it. Second, we're honored that you're here.
Yep.
And our goal is to give you the best value that we possibly can. So if you have questions or you want to see us do a video, hello, holler at us. We want to provide you with that.
Holla, holla.
Because we love you.
We love you.
Okay, let's do it big.
Let's do it big. Like a
Something.
something.
Jeez, where are my words? Okay, bye.